But hold on. We gotta address this. We're growing and getting stronger? Buddy, are you watching the same Colorado team I'm watching? You're not getting stronger. You're getting worse. All in all, for this Colorado program, here's the current state. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like this, but it's the cold hard truth. Well, I guess it's time to make some people mad. And in all honesty, you shouldn't even be mad at me. I'm just reporting on what I've seen. You should be mad at the Colorado football team. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't get it, because I do. Nobody wants to hear anyone out here talk bad about their favorite college football team. Just how we always say, it is what it is. I'm not going to expect you to be happy with these words that are about to come out of my mouth. But however, you know my philosophy on this channel if you've been watching for a long time. Yes, I'm going to praise you when it's time to be praised. But at the same time, I'm going to critique you when it's time to be critiqued. All throughout this offseason, I would say nobody, not an absolute soul out here outside of well-off media, Bucky himself, praised this Colorado and Deion Sanders-led team more than me. And everything I said in the offseason still holds true. I tried telling people, you're going 5-7 this year, and this is a long-term rebuild. You won't even sniff being good until maybe year 2. That's the best case scenario, but more realistically, year 3, year 4. Because what Colorado fans fail to realize is you're not Alabama, you're not Georgia, you're not Auburn, you're not LSU, you're not any of these programs. You went 1-11. You were one of the worst programs in the nation. Whereas at schools in the Southeast, they already have the 4- and 5-star recruits. So more times than not, it's just a coaching problem. At Colorado, it wasn't just a coaching problem. It was a player problem. And overall, and all in all, a culture, not coaching, but a culture problem. And that's what Deion Sanders is trying to fix. And when you are trying to change a culture, it takes years. Not 1 year, not 2, but years. It's going to take time. You got to be patient. And we're already so deep into this video. I forgot to say, we're not doing no intro. We're just getting straight into it. I don't think you guys will mind. We're talking about Colorado. This topic is so important. It is the one and only topic we're going to be speaking on. I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself. Let me go back to where things started. And that was on Saturday night, where Colorado was hosting DJ Ugabadoogie in Oregon State. I've called the last 2 Colorado games pretty good, pretty solid if I had to say so myself. I picked UCLA to beat them, that happened, and I also picked Oregon State to beat them. But I'm going to show you this score right here, and I can't harp on this enough. You see it's 26-19. If you didn't watch this game, you'd be so confused. This was not, and let me emphasize this was not a 26-19 ball game. Not even close. This game was over from start to finish. Colorado got 2 late touchdowns to make it respectable. But I'm telling you right now, this is one of the ugliest offensive performances you're ever going to see this year. Colorado, in their first 48 plays, had 78 total yards. We was in the 4th quarter and Colorado just surpassed 100 total yards of offense. Terrible. And remember, what was everybody saying? Oh, the offensive coordinator, Sean Lewis, he was the problem, man. We need a new offensive coordinator. And he handed over offensive play calling duties for this game, and you saw what happened. It was actually worse. And even with the 2 late touchdown drives in the 4th quarter when the offense started clicking, but the game was pretty much over, they only had 238 total yards of offense. That's not going to cut it, especially when you have the worst defense in the nation. Granted, and this will be the only good thing I say about Colorado in this video, this was the best defensive performance they had all year long. Or actually, my bad, they did play Nebraska pretty good, but this was the best defensive performance in a while. I think we can all agree on that, and still, even with your defense playing the best they have in a while, they gave up 418 total yards. Don't get it twisted. Just because I'm saying their defense, they played good for their standards in this game, it doesn't mean overall it was good compared to the rest of the country, because it wasn't. The defense wasn't even average in this game. I wouldn't say they were bad either. I'd say they were slightly below average, because they did do some good things. But overall and all in all, this just felt like a game where Oregon State, they never lost control. They knew they had the game in their hands, and they were playing not to lose. There's like, yep, as long as we run the ball, make a couple of decent passes here and there, we're going to walk out of here with a win, and that's what happened. They relied on their defense. So that's pretty much how the game went, and I got to address this. Shedeur Sanders, I feel bad for him. I feel like I say this every single week when I talk about this Colorado team, but it holds true. Y'all know how I feel about him. Love me some Shedeur. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. But unfortunately, he plays behind one of the worst offensive lines in the country. Don't even get me started on this awful, and I mean this awful Colorado offensive line. It's bad, okay? Let's just leave it at that before I go on a rant and tangent. It's bad. And this is where conspiracy theory Matt comes into the building. If they're playing awful on purpose, like maybe they got some beef with Shedeur Sanders. I don't know. Do y'all think that's crazy for me to think of that conspiracy theory? I was sitting down watching the game and I was like, man, they gotta hate Shedeur. There's no way. It makes no sense. Okay, look, I can understand. as an offensive line, you give up maybe 5 sacks a game. You're just a bad O-line. But Shedeur Sanders is getting hits on every single play. And if he's not getting hit, it's because he's Houdini and he's an escape artist. It's just bad, but y'all know that. But also one thing I took notice of in this Colorado-Oregon State game is that Shedeur Sanders holds the ball a little bit too long, so I think he needs to get better at that. Who's that one guy that said it? I think he said it in the Nebraska and TCU game as well. What's his name? It works for Fox. I can't. Oh, yeah, Joe Klatt. Joe Klatt says it all the time evaluating Shedeur Sanders, and I think there's some truth to that. He does hold the ball a little too long, so some of that could be blamed on him, but for the most part, no, I'm blaming the O-line. As most of y'all know, right after the games, we do the live reactions, and I haven't even looked at the comment section, so let's take a look at it, see what you guys are saying about all of this. Smiley said, after watching the game, it's getting more clear that it's not just the O-line that's the problem. Shedeur is playing a major part of the problem. Okay, wow. That was going hand in hand with what I was just talking about. As the commentator stated during the game, there was many times where Shedeur was holding the ball way too long. He's taking unnecessary shots because he's holding the ball too long and not throwing it away. There were a few times where the O-line has held up just enough time, 2 or 3 seconds is about enough time, but Shedeur held onto the ball too long. He didn't get the throw off. Hey, what about this? We got somebody saying Matt's right? Hold on. We got to read this off. I said they'll lose 4 games. They're at 5. You were right. Hey, I admit Matt was right, and Matt looks like he was right. Now, if you don't know what my man right here is referring to, I stated I want my credit and respect because in the offseason, everybody, all these Colorado fans, probably you watching this video, all y'all are saying, Matt, you're crazy. We're going 8-4, 9-3. When I tell you, no, I didn't back down to any of you. I didn't pander. I said, no. Listen up, buddy. You're going 5-7, whether you like it or not. At this point in time, my prediction isn't just looking good, it is looking fantastic. I might nail it on the head. And there was some other people saying, yeah, Matt was right, so I do appreciate you guys. Oh, check out these 2 comments. They aren't going 5-7, they're going 4-8. I was right with you. Hats off to your prediction, Matt. And John said, imagine if Deion took the Auburn job. This situation would have been worse. Well, other reaction videos you do, and thank you for those kind words. You know what? Hold on. Why don't we do this? Let's go to Bucky's channel and see what people are saying, because those are die-hard Colorado fans. I don't want to see what they're saying, because everybody on my video, they're saying the same thing. Yeah, we knew Colorado wasn't going to be that good and blah, 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 blah. But let's see what they're saying on Buggy's channel. By the way, if you don't know who Buggy is, it's Well Off Media. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. Go check it out. Check out this comment, one of the top like ones. I'm 10 toes down with you guys. We are growing and getting stronger. I'll address that in just a second. It hurts because we want the very best outcome. I think I meant to say outcome for our buffs. What's up with all these people not knowing how to type? But hold on. We got to address this. We're growing and getting stronger? Buddy, are you watching the same Colorado team I'm watching? You're not getting stronger. You're getting worse. Sheesh, man. People just don't like to live in reality. It blows my mind. And it only hurts you when you tell yourself lies and you give yourself a false perception. It's only going to hurt you. One of the best things you can do in this life, and I'm not talking about college football, I'm talking about in life, is live in reality. I'll use myself as an example. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 5. I'm an average looking dude. Now, yes, there's things as a man you can do to enhance your value to a woman to bring you up to maybe like a 7, 8, or potentially 9. But as far as it goes for looks, I'm a 5. But my point is, I acknowledge that. I tell myself, yeah, you're a 5, man. You're even kill in the middle. And applying that analogy to this situation, Colorado fans, they're in denial. On a scale of 1 to 10, and it's probably being generous, you're a 2 or 3, and they're telling themselves they're like a 7 or 8. I just can't get over this comment. And the fact it got over 300 likes blows my mind even more, because that means there's 300 people that agree with them. Or a female. Whoever wrote this comment. It's just laughable, to say the least. This right here is a good comment as a fan. This is stuff you should write. I can't wait to see how this team evolves over the next 12 plus months. Love what you are building. Keep grinding. You see, that's respectable, because they're not trying to sugarcoat the loss and none of that. They're just like, yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds. I can get down with that. And then this is the last comment we're going to read because everybody's been talking about it. I'm a huge Colorado fan. However, coaching has to accept some responsibility on how the last minute of the first half killed the vibe. Run the clock out. Now, if you don't know what my man right here, Trenton, is referring to, Colorado, they elected to not run the clock out late in the second quarter, and it cost them. They could have ran the clock out and took it to half, but instead of doing that, they elected to pass. They just gave Oregon State an opportunity they shouldn't have, to make a long story short. That's all the comments I'm going to read, but all in all for this Colorado program, here's the current state. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like this, but it's the cold hard truth. I'm not talking about 2024, 2025, 2026, the years to come. I'm talking about this 2023 Colorado football team. And guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's the cold hard truth. This year's team, 2023 Colorado football, led by Deion Sanders, sucks. They straight up suck. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't use another word. That's the word I'm going to use, and it's the word of this video. They suck. And whoa. Hold up, Bobby and Timothy. Hold up. Before you run to the comment section and write something, here's my question to you. If you want to try to appear and argue and say, Matt, well, we're average at least. No, I beg to differ. You're not even close to average, okay? You're not. For one, and this isn't my opinion, this is a cold hard fact, your record indicates you are below average. You're 4-5. But more importantly, the record's also deceiving because realistically, you are extremely fortunate not to be 2-7. May I remind you, you're 1 4th down away against TCU from losing that game, and you also got not just fortunate, but extremely fortunate to beat Colorado State. And you also won the Arizona State game on a walk-off field goal, but let me just give you that one. I'm talking about TCU and Colorado State. You are essentially 2 plays away from being 2-7. And I don't even care about the record. I just got to bring it up because I know some people are going to try to argue and say they're average. Well, guess what? Your record doesn't even say you're average. You're below average. I'm more the eye test. And just from watching this Colorado team, ever since the Nebraska game, they have sucked. This is a very bad football team currently. If they played Alabama or Georgia tomorrow, I'd pick Alabama or Georgia to beat them by 35, easily. They're so bad, it's not even to the point where it's laughable. It's just sad. I feel bad for them. With all that bad stuff being said, though, I do need to state this. Because you're going to have a lot of people say, oh, Matt, you're flip-flopping, you're a traitor. I thought you was high on Deion Sanders. And I am. Just because I say this Colorado team sucks and they're trash, that doesn't mean I don't like Deion Sanders and I'm off the hype train. No. I love Deion Sanders. I'm just evaluating the football team this year. I think in the next couple of years, Deion Sanders will turn this program around. I said in year 2, they'll probably win 6 games, and in year 3, I think you maybe, just maybe, could get to 7 or 8 wins. But at the same time, as much as I love Deion Sanders, what he's all about, as much as I love Shedeur, everybody part of the Sanders family and all these Colorado football players, I gotta keep it real. I gotta call things how I see it, and this is how I currently see it. I could go on and on. I'll end it off there. Let me know your thoughts down below. But Roman